Hey everybody, and Merry Christmas. I am going to make a cheesecake for my family's Christmas Eve get together, and I didn't want just a plain old cheesecake, but we love cheesecake. So what I decided to do is make a cheesecake, and then on the top of it, pipe with buttercream, like a green wreath around the whole rim of the cheesecake. And then for like the little, wreaths have like ornaments and stuff kind of on them, I decided to make sugar cookies and decorate them and then stick those on the buttercream to look like decorations. No idea what this is gonna look like, but I didn't feel like filming the whole thing. I'm at my mom and grandma's, so it's not as easy here. And so I'm just gonna like film it like in bits and pieces and edit it together and then try to do a voiceover on it. I've never did a voiceover, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, just wanted to say Merry Christmas. I hope you like this video. I'm going to put it on YouTube too, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I'm trying to keep up with that. And also thank you to all my customers out there. I really appreciate you choosing to work with me, to buy, sell, or invest. It means a lot to me. And so yeah, and if anyone else is looking to buy, sell, or invest in the new year, please reach out to me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. So first you're going to put 2 sticks of butter that are pretty soft in with a cup of sugar. You're going to mix it till it looks like that. And it's pretty light and fluffy. And then you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and an egg. And you're going to mix it until it's like completely incorporated. I've never done a voiceover, so I may be a little slow with this. But yeah, then you can see it starts whipping up like that. Then you're going to add your teaspoon of baking powder, and then you're going to add 3 cups of flour. You're going to mix it till it looks like that, which is dough. Then you're going to roll the dough out, put some flour down, and put some flour in your rolling pin, roll it out. I got this really cool thing at Walmart where you can cut a bunch of little ones all at the same time. And then that's what they look like once you peel the dough up. And I use like a little spatula to kind of lift, kind of like at the beginning I just used a spatula to lift them up, but then later on I realized you could just kind of lift up a little bit of it and then just pick the rest up with your fingers, and they didn't fall apart. They actually looked a little better after that. And then you're going to put that on a tray on top of parchment paper. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. By the way, I probably should have said that earlier. But yeah, I'm doing these little ones because I'm doing a cheesecake, and on top of the cheesecake, I'm going to pipe a buttercream wreath around like the rim of the cheesecake, and then use these little cookies as decorations. Then I decided with the leftover dough, I'd do some big cookies. My nieces can decorate these on Christmas Eve. That's what they look like once they're done. All right, now you're going to do 4 tablespoons. Let me turn this thing around. Of this meringue powder, and you're just going to put it right into the mixer. So it's 4 tablespoons. This is making the royal icing that we're going to decorate the cookies with. And then you're going to do 4 cups of powdered sugar. I don't really measure it out right. And then you're going to do like 7, 8, 9, 10 tablespoons of warm water, however much you need. I probably should have added more by the end of this. So yeah, you mix that. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You mix it some more. I actually ended up adding like another half a teaspoon of vanilla and a little extra powdered sugar to thicken mine up. So mine actually got thicker than this. I just didn't film that part. But this is probably more like where you want it. Just maybe a little bit thicker than that because mine probably got too thick. But never done this before. I bake a lot of cakes and cupcakes and stuff like that, but rarely do actual sugar cookies and decorate them. So then you see how much thicker it is. So then you take the royal icing and you put it into like some little cups. I have these like little casserole cups. And so that's what I did. And I thought that adding the food coloring would like thin it up a little bit, but it really didn't a whole lot. But I'm using gel food colors, as you'll see in a second. All right, so I think, here I add food coloring, red, if you've ever done any sort of baking or something. It's so hard to get an actual red, so I started off with this, and then I just kept adding and adding and adding. You don't want to add too much, but I feel like I did good at getting that red. See it in the background? Then you're going to put your icing in. You can just use a Ziploc bag or piping bags. I use Ziploc bags just because they're super cheap. And that tiny little point, I couldn't really get it to focus. You're going to snip off with some scissors. And then you can use that to like outline your cookies and then fill them in. Never did this, remember, so I'm no professional, but I just tried to do what made sense to me. So I was going to say, get on with it. All right, so then I do that, and then I put some in the middle so that I could spread it out to cover the whole thing. Learning from this, I would add a little bit more in the middle because it ended up being kind of thin and really difficult to work with, as you see. It took forever. So I think a combination of like a little thinner frosting and a little more in the beginning, and then that's what they look like. So here they are, the finished product. Like I said, you kind of do the first layer, let it dry, and then do the rest. Then I mixed up buttercream. Here I didn't need a ton, so I did 2 sticks of butter, a little bit of vanilla, and about 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, and a little bit of heavy cream to thin it out a little bit. Then I took the cheesecake out of the fridge and out of the pan and was ready to put on the icing. I used this, which is a tip 1M. And then I put this green frosting inside, and I used the star tip to go around the whole edge of the cake to make it look like a wreath. And then I had to pick out which one of the cookies I had made earlier to decorate the wreath with, because the whole point was for it to look like a really full wreath, and it took me a little while to figure out where to put what. I didn't want like 2 candy canes side by side or 2 snowmen side by side, and didn't know if I wanted it bare or like really full, and I decided to make it really full. Yep. It's me being nitpicky. And that's it. And then I decided also to do some powdered sugar, which maybe it was a little much, but I'll tell you why. I think it looks really good, actually. I was just making it snow, y'all. Aha, this is what I was going to say. It was kind of wet still on some parts of the cake, and it's like the sugar just absorbed into it. But overall, I like it. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. If you try this, send me a picture of it.